Good day, I'm Ikslorin, and usually we do Hearthstone constructed on this channel, but as you can see, this is very much not Hearthstone, but Faeria, a turn-based strategy card game. It will make sense when you actually see it. I have no other idea how I should explain this without having to talk for 5 or 10 minutes. I found this game while searching through Kickstarter, and I partly donated due to the fact that I really wanted to get into Hearthstone beta at that point, but was still not getting in. So I was maybe just doing it to actually get the Hearthstone itch a little bit under control, but also because it looked really cool, in my opinion. They're right now just doing, over this weekend while I'm recording, a playtest, so I thought I really wanted to see how far they've actually come. Really mainly due to the fact that while they had actually a closed beta and also an open beta right after while they had the Kickstarter, I had some problem with the mechanics just while there were still players, and when they finally fixed that one main problem with the mechanics that really meant that you could snowball very easily, there were no players left to actually play against. So because of that, I never really got to play this game as much as I really wanted. So now that there's a playtest and a substantial amount of players at least, but everyone seems to be playing draft mode at the moment, so right now I'm just going to go with all of these rather interesting, I hope, decks. I have no idea if these are good decks. As you should know, I'm not really the best deck builder at all. If you have seen any Hearthstone video of mine, all the decks that I've made myself are really awful, but they seem to thematically at least work, though the mana curve on them probably not the best. But since there's no one that seems to be playing constructed, let's just only play versus the AI. This is, though, a playtest, as I said, so it is very much not representative of the final product. This is only a beta, a development build, and shouldn't be taken as any finals thing, but I find it to be really cool, and I'm probably also going to be making some videos on this again, just whenever they make another playtest, or whenever there would be a release on this, because I really actually like it. Why? Let's just go in and have a game. And then you will see there's at least some cards, so that's something that looks very much familiar, but what the hell is this on the board? Well, this is, as I said, a turn-based strategy also. So the thing is that these cards that you have on your hand are going to be, except if they're some kind of spells, as they would be called in Hearthstone, they're called events here, but pretty much the same. As long as they're not that, they will be actually a unit on the board, which is something that I find really interesting. Now let's look at what we have here. We have something for Faeria, something that we have here. We will start with 3 plus 1 from the first turn. We get 1 Faeria each turn, plus a new card, so we would be able to make the lake that it is costing to, like this land here. Just like in Magic the Gathering, we also need land. And land is a physical thing on the board, so we can either just make usual land, like that has no color in any way. Then we can make 2 each turn, or we can make with color, as you can see down here too. And then they can be used for these cards too. Since I can play this this minion here, that can also pretty much move throughout this whole map immediately, because he has aquatics, so he can move through oceans and any lakes that is blue land, then he should be a very good turn 1 play, really. So I will actually keep my hand, I think. So let's just make the land here. And that is it. So, as it seems, we didn't get that extra Faeria as I was thinking, so at least we can play it now, and then make another beautiful little blue lake here. The problem is we should actually have moved him, actually make the lake here first and moved him down here. A little bit irritating, but that's fine enough. I don't really want to play this. I don't see any reason to. The AI is going to play the exact same deck as me, so there's not going to be any way that I'm going to be having an OP deck in one way or another. Though I will certainly have be still better than the AI, because AI is that good. So I'm just going to play a card to draw 2 more cards and make 2 more lakes at random. So we are up already now on 4 lakes, or 4 blue land. Something that I really like. Our opponent has nothing at all. So I think we are actually more than fine on color here, so I'm just actually going to build something here to block him off from actually getting further into our our territory, because he can spawn everything that he has on his own land. So if I can block him off from building over to me, then I will then obviously I will be in much better position. So I will just do this to block him off, and I may actually just play some more. We could also go for this 1-1 to make this one stronger. Especially since this one can actually move pretty far around and kill pretty much everything. Especially since he has the same deck as me and know that he's playing a lot of blue stuff only. So he would be able to go all the way up here and kill that. So actually buffing this wouldn't be the worst, though we could also just pretty much give it what would be a divine shield in Hearthstone, but a protector here so that it will not take damage at first. So as long as we'll only have 4 HP, it's going to be more than fine. Oh, that's an end turn thing. Damn. So I shouldn't be talking as much, but okay, that's fine. At least we give the AI something to some fine way to actually still be in this. Though that seems to be a little bit more than I may be able to handle. That should be fine. So let's make this one over to a leg instead. There was this give a +3/+3. Let's put this over here, I think. Yes, let's put this over here. We can give it +3/+3 itself so that it can kill that. Or this one so that we can kill the 4/5. Then we can... Where was this one? On this. And this should now make it so that I can kill the 4/5 without taking any damage. Now it can trade with everything else without a problem. Let's draw some more cards. Crop with everything else. I thought I had already removed this one. Ah well. If we should be in trouble, then this is just going to be more than fine. Well, he's just going to make more stuff and trade as well as he really can in this position here. And I'm actually a little bit in trouble because I'm not in any way collecting resources, as you can see. He has actually all the resources that he would need, unlike me. So let's just kill the resource collector and get some resources ourselves at the same time. And we should probably also try and get something down on the board. Is there something with haste here? I think there should be something in here that has haste. No, but this will give... This is a good way to collect a lot of stuff, but it can't just be killed, right? It's a 1/3, so this one could just go down and kill it. So that is not the best. So we should probably just play this over here, so that it... Because it has jump, it can move very far away. So it can just... As you can see, it can move in pretty much a much wider circle than usual. So we can pretty much kill everything that we would need. Make some more land to just block him off from everything else. And that was my turn. I don't know if the timer just went or I had nothing else to do. And there's a Fearful Moki, a very good 3/3. That is just as good as long as it really just has nothing else on the board. So we just have to kill this one to also kill this one, because it will just be destroyed if it is the only thing that's left. So let's actually get this thing done and keep ourselves somewhat alive. There we go. There's a little bit of lag to the servers, it seems, but it's fine. We can move 3 lands, so we could move all of this over so that we can gain some territory again. I actually like that idea. This thing is going to be killed, so let's just move this one over here. And if we move this one over there, yes, and this one over here, and this one over here again, then we have all of this area again. So this is now mine. Sweet. And we have still 2 Faeria left, but we cannot do anything, and it's his turn. Okay, cool. A 4/2. I like that. Just put it into a position where I can just get some resources. I like that. This one is not aquatic, which some of these cards are that I have. So they can only move on blue stuff. I think I already showed this at the very first turn, so I don't really need to show it again, but still. Always good to rephrase that, as it is a new game maybe to you. So I'll just build some more land, take some more territory, block more off from him, and move further out. create a lake. I like that. Jump power during my turn. Some more land. Let's actually just collect some more Faeria with this guy. Now that we have board control, really. I don't see any reason not to get as much resources as humanly possible so that we can actually pretty much flood the board with everything we have, because we have a lot. I probably will play this one because we have a lot of Faeria this turn. Plus, we will pretty much make everything that we have here at least more than enough, much more buffed in that one way or another, because they have +1/+1. So we have a 2/3. That is not a minion, but that is a minion. Cool. So we have the Fearful Moki. Unlike him, we have actually enough minions on the board that you can actually say that everything is still going to be alive. I should have played the noodle bar first, shouldn't I? This will make every minion that I play at +2/+2. So these two would be, this would be a 3/4 and this be a 5/5 instead. But let's just put it here and then just make sure that we at least later are going to be able to do something. And yeah, let's just kill this. And I think I'm actually just going to, even though, yeah, since we can still with this Spring Moki just go up here and take the resources, I'm more than fine with trading this away to deny any resources for him. So this is more than fine. Especially since we now have this one, we can get a lot more Faeria each turn. Get the 1 plus a 2 from this, and then what seems to be 3 from this guy. So let's go up here and get some of these and move out, really. Come on, yes, there we go. So create a lake. Aquatic wouldn't be the worst because we have so much water here. Both our opponent has made a lot of water, and we ourselves has done so. So that is more than fine. This is probably, I think, the best thing to play, because it is the... Actually, this would probably... Since this is aquatic, actually, I would rather have this one down. This one is... I think it was aquatic. Actually, that's not cool. So since this one would have been... I think it was aquatic earlier, because it was denying me to run over anything that is not... any lake or something like that, or blue tiles. So I thought it was, but since I didn't have the resources for it, it didn't matter at all. Let's make this one a 1/1 if he should in any way +1/+1, so that if he should be able to in some way to get over to it, he will still have it to be alive. Well, let's make some more land, shall we? Why not? And end our turn. I think we have more than enough resources that we can pretty much just now, with this much higher economy, get him pretty much killed. Now he has a 4/4 on the board, but we should be more than able to just get slowly the Moki over. He can get us some resources with this thing, but this is fine. Can't I actually... This says... where is it? Create a lake. Can I... with gift on... Sorry, I should probably say that gift is similar to a battle cry in Hearthstone. So it is an effect that goes in when it is played. So since this is a gift, it should probably... should I be able to make something over here? Something that I very much would like to know. No, it doesn't. Okay, so at least we make something over here then. Let's go over, take control over this resource node, and let's just move out with everything else. And let's move up with this one, just so that we can pretty much use this Spring Moki to get at least kill more stuff, just due to or get further into their territory. So should he throw something down further in, this may be able to actually kill it if it wasn't here, and it will still be able to collect the Faeria, so that is fine. And since I already have the Faeria for it, why not play this? I have so many minions on the board, I can pretty much just go over to his orb or his HP thing and actually just kill him. I think he has a lot of Faeria, but he has no way to actually play it, and he has 5 cards in hand and he has not played it at all. And while I still get a lot of Faeria in, I still have no 25 to actually play this card. I really should just remove it. It seems like it has such a high cost that it never gets played. But I think you have to have a very control-focused and very resource-focused blue deck, which sounds really interesting to me, actually. So, I don't know. Let's just move further in. There's no reason... Actually, probably would move this one down, as this one would be able to trade with the 4/4, but this one would trade not that favorably. Give this Divine Shield, because then it will still be alive. And since we still have the ability to, let's play this one too. I think the wet jewel down under is the rarities. I think since this one is so cool and the other wet ones are cool too, I think these are legendaries actually. And I really like the art style just in general. I haven't actually said anything about the art style yet, but it really looks beautiful, this game. So there he trades away. It had Divine Shield, so it doesn't die itself. He played a Fearful Moki, but since he had the other Fearful Moki died, this one also died too. And now I have what is 8 plus 4 plus 4 more. So I can just jump over here and down and attack, hopefully. There we go. That's 16. That is 16. Can it also attack? Yeah, thank you. It's a little bit of lag, but I guess it's because of their servers not really being that strong. But okay, he's actually still alive this turn, but this is fine. So we're just going to play this commander that we killed, and he played both. At first, it has charge. That is not the same as in Hearthstone. Charge would be called haste here. Charge is that it can be moving several tiles at first, as you can see here, so it can move more tiles in each direction. Very cool. And it has Convoke, which means that you can also play minions on your opponent's land. I right now can only play on all of this stuff that is his, or his mine. But if I have this one over here, I can also play minions over here in all of these land, even if they are red or yellow in some way. It actually doesn't matter about the color anymore. If I saw what I've learned from earlier, I may just be wrong about this, but let's just play more stuff because we can move further up with all of this stuff we have. I just blocked this 4/4 here. Oh well. Oh, let's... Really, we just have to end our turn and win here, but let's just get the most out of this. There's the turn. End turn. And his turn, he cannot really do anything. I have minions everywhere. So whatever he would play, he cannot really get anything from it. And there's a +3, so what did he buff actually? Oh, what was that? The main thing that right now is a little bit troubling for me is that you have to actually read the cards and know the cards before you actually see them in play. Whenever you see a new card in play, the animations for it seem to be very, very fastly done, as you can see here. There was some buff stuff. If you didn't know that it buffed anything, you would just see it being played, and then suddenly there was a +2 and +2 and something else. Some kind of particles or some kind of animation from one to the other would make it much easier to understand that it was actually buffed the other one. Something like that would be very, very cool to know. There was also the other one that was drawing 2 cards and buffing those 2 cards. I think I showed you that card also too. A card like that would also be very great. That one cannot obviously use any animations like that, but that one you can also read before the animations goes in, and you wouldn't be surprised about what is happening. That is my only complaint right now actually about this. Also, except for the fact that there seems to be a little bit unresponsive on the servers. Right now, as you can see, I had to wait each and every time I did an action. It looks like Hearthstone when it is lagging. But the gameplay, very much, except for the fact that this is against AI, and the AI isn't any challenge at all. You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minions on the board, and he has only just played one small minion that cannot do anything. He has like 6 or 7 cards in his hand. Yes, I don't think he... except for that, I really think this game looks fun. And whenever we're going to go into the draft mode and play against real human opponents, it's probably going to be much more interesting. So thank you for watching. See ya.